Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Whoa, whoa, rat-a-tat-too. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Whoa, whoa, rat-a-tat-tat-too. Hey Tuvies, it's Psychic Bob, also known by my Wiccan title as Lord Ision. Well, welcome to Wednesday. It's Wiccan Wednesday. And we've got something special we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about a new magical practice and a new mystical group that's starting. We're talking about working with the magical silver star. So hang with us today. As you can see here on my wall, I have one of my silver star decorations. This is actually a Christmas decoration, but I think it's beautiful and I think it's actually very magical. For those of you who follow Wicca, you know about the mystical pentacle or the pentagram. It's the 5-pointed star. You can see it here on the wall. These purple ones are some of my favorite. And in Wicca, this is a sign of the Wicca. We use this as our sacred symbol, as perhaps a Christian would use a cross or Jewish people would use the Star of David. We use the 5-pointed star known as the pentagram or the pentacle. I call it pentacle when it's inside a circle, and without the circle it's a pentagram. So this, because it doesn't have a circle, would probably be a pentagram technically. It's a 5-pointed star. I've been drawn to working with the magic pentagram and pentacle for a long time. And lately I've been very inspired by the silver star is what I call it, the 5-pointed star, but done in silver. Silver is a magical color, and for the Wiccans, silver represents the moon, the goddess. Silver is a psychic metal. It is a color of intuition, of mystery, and of magic. And so today, I'm starting a new organization if you would like to be part of it. The group is called the Mystics of the Silver Star. The Mystics of the Silver Star is going to be a branch of the Order of the Purple Cord. The Order of the Purple Cord is our Wiccan organization that I head as High Priest. For those of you who are in the Order of the Purple Cord, you may be drawn to doing special work with the Mystics of the Silver Star. The Mystics of the Silver Star are going to be a group of mystics who commit to doing daily ritual to maintain an altar to the Silver Star and work with it in a magical way for the blessing and protection and betterment of the order, as well as for people who need our services. To be a member of the Mystics of the Silver Star, there are no membership dues. But the requirements are that 1, you will adhere to the Wiccan Rede, which means that you will harm none, do no black magic. This is in keeping with the Order of the Purple Cord's rule. So all members of the Order of the Mystic Star, all members of the Mystics of the Silver Star will be members of the Order of the Purple Cord. Now, if you're a member of the Order of the Purple Cord, and you don't feel drawn to working with the Silver Star, that's okay. This is not necessarily for everybody. It is for those who feel drawn to this special work within the order. I see as we look forward that the future of the Order of the Purple Cord is going to expand. To give you an example of how this works, you may know of the group the Freemasons or the Masonic Order, the Masons. You can be a Mason, but within the Masons, there are a number of different works that you can take on. You can join, for example, the Shriners, which do charity work to raise funds for hospitals for the underprivileged. So when you join the Shriners, you're also joining the Masons. So you have to be a Mason and then you become a Shriner. And this is how it will be in the Mystics of the Silver Star. It is a branch of the Order of the Purple Cord. So as I said, the first requirement to be a member of the Mystics of the Silver Star is that you agree to the Wiccan Rede, which is to harm none. That means we do no black magic, curses, or evil. The second part of joining the Mystics of the Order, the Mystics of the Silver Star, is that you also maintain an altar, a special altar to the Silver Star. And we're going to show you some altar ideas here in just a little while. And so the other requirement is that not only do you maintain an altar, but that you undertake a daily ritual, just a very short ritual, which we'll explain later on, to work with the Silver Star and its energies for the betterment of the Order of the Purple Cord, its members, and for those who seek our help. So, it's not difficult to be a member. It does require some commitment to daily practice, but I think it's something that for those of you who are called to it, you will love it and enjoy it. In the next week, I hope to have finalized and on my website the certificate that you can download and print when you wish to join the Mystics of the Silver Star. Here's a sample of what it will probably look like. This is not finalized, but you'll be able to go to my website at PsychicBob.com and get a certificate that you will be able to put your name and date on that you committed to joining the Mystics of the Silver Star. So I have more about that in the coming week. But for right now, just know that part of the membership is that you will also get a certificate that you can print and frame to keep near your altar area or wherever you want in your home. Another requirement of being a member of the Order of the Mystic Star is that you venerate daily the Mystic Silver Star. One way to do that is to wear a silver star. And I'm going to show you in just a little while some jewelry as well that you want to think about as a way to cement your connection to the energy and the current of the work of this branch of the order. So as I said, one of the requirements to work within the Mystics of the Silver Star is that you create a special altar to the Silver Star. And I'm going to show you multiple ways to do that today. So here is one of our examples of an altar that you might consider when designing your altar to the altar of the Silver Star. One of the things that you have to have first and foremost is a silver star. This is the one area you cannot sacrifice on, for this star will be used in many of our rituals. Now, what I have here is actually a Christmas ornament, and I'm putting out this video now because we're heading into the Christmas season, at least here in the United States and most of the world, I believe. And it's a great time to look and look among Christmas ornaments. I actually bought this silver star at the dollar store. Literally, I paid $1 for it, and I think it is absolutely beautiful. It's a lightweight star. It's made of plastic. Your star can be made of any material, and we'll get into more of that later. But this one is actually plastic, but it's glitter covered. Okay, so the requirements to have an altar to the silver stars, the main thing is you have to have a silver star. You want to have a separate table just for the altar. It can't be part of any other altar. So if you have an altar already to the purple cord or to another altar, this will need to be separate from that. So you can even use a cardboard box as your altar. When I first started out in magic, my first altar was literally a cardboard box that I put a cloth over. The next thing is you need to have 2 candles, and they should flank each side of the star. We're going to actually have this in a membership book a little later, but for right now, you might want to take notes on this video or save this video to your favorites. The requirements for the order are that the candlesticks, there are some rules about the altar. So one, the star must be silver, okay? And then there must be 2 candlesticks on each side of the altar. The candlesticks can be either made of silver or a white metal like pewter or stainless steel, or they can be made of glass or, like crystal. So you have to have 2 candles that flank each side of the star, preferably in silver or glass. And then you have to have 2 candles. The candles on the altar must either be white candles or silver. I ran out of white tapers, so these are actually silver. You can see they're actually silver candles. They have silver tapers. So the candles on your altar for the silver star can either be white or silver, and I actually happen to have silver today. And then the other requirement is that you should have an altar cloth. on your table. Now, your altar cloth does not have to be silver. It can be any color you want. It's preferable for the order that it be a solid color, though, rather than a wild pattern. We want the altar to convey simplicity, beauty, and dignity. I'm actually using a gold cloth there. This is a gold sequin cloth that I have. I think it's just beautiful, and it makes a nice contrast to show off the silver star. Now, again, you don't have to have a gold cloth. You can have a blue cloth, a red cloth, a black cloth. Doesn't matter, but it should be a solid cloth, one solid color, that displays the candlesticks and the stars nicely. So there is one version of the altar. Now, as I said, there are some requirements for your altar as a member of the Mystics of the Silver Star. But what I want to emphasize is be creative with your altars, because there are many ways and forms that you can have an altar and still keep all the requirements. So let me show you some other ones. This is another altar that I've set that could be a potential silver star altar. Now here's another altar that I've set. This altar, we've used a beautiful black cloth, and it's braided with gold. So as I said, you don't have to use a silver cloth, though you can if you'd like. But here's the version with the black cloth. You'll notice that I've switched out the taper candles, and we have votive candles in silvery. This is like a silver mercury glass. It looks gold here on camera, but it's actually silver in person. It's just the lighting in this room isn't showing it properly. But these are silver flecked glass candle holders. And we have a different star here. This star is actually an open star. As you see it, it's made of metal wire and glittered. This is also, like the previous altar, is a Christmas ornament. This is what I'm telling you. This is a great time if you want to join the Mystics of the Silver Star to get your supplies. So this is a tree topper. You'll notice its base that it sets on. Most tree toppers will stand on their own. And so we have a beautiful silvery sparkling light open star. Your star on your altar can either be an open star, meaning you can see through it in the lines, or a solid star. Either way, it doesn't matter. But the main thing is that it be a 5-pointed star and silver in color. So this is another simple way to set an altar. So check that out. Isn't that beautiful? Actually, let me turn the lights off here. You can see how the star sparkles on this one. Think in terms of glitter. Oh, isn't that pretty? Silver glitter. You can use that on your stars. One thing that you could do, which I didn't do today, is if you're really struggling financially, you could cut a star out of cardboard, then put glue on it and cover it with silver glitter and have a silver cardboard star. And that would be totally acceptable for the altar. Isn't that beautiful though? Look how that star sparkles. Just beautiful. Now, remember, you can make your altar as small or as large as you want. If you want to go a little larger, here's an altar where we have some larger accoutrements. So you'll notice here our giant silver star. This is the one I recently bought at Hobby Lobby. As I told you guys, I'm crazy about silver stars, so I do have a lot of them in my house. This is a rather large star, as you can see, and we've changed the altar cloth. We're still using our black cloth, but on top of that, I've put a silver lame or silver glitter cloth. This one's actually in silver, as you can see it. And then the candlesticks I've switched out to be these large, tall, mercury glass silver candlesticks. And again, I've put my taper candles in these ones. Again, your candles can be white or silver for the altar, but your candlesticks and your star, well, your star must be silver, but your candlesticks can either be silver or glass. Here is a combination because these are mercury glass, which is a type of glass, but it's infused with silver in it. So we've got mercury glass candlesticks that are tall candlesticks, like 14-inch high candlesticks, and a large, like 16-inch star. So this is a rather large altar setting. Let's see if I can go back here. You can see it. Okay. I haven't lit the candles today because I'm saving these for a special ritual. So I'm not going to light the tapers, but you can imagine how beautiful that would be lit. Okay, so this is another type of altar for the silver star. Now, this is interesting that you might want to think about is you could do multiple layering. I've kept the black cloth from the previous altar, then I put the silver on it. So you can layer your cloths for a nice dramatic effect as well. You could even have a plain, crisp white altar cloth. That would be very nice. I don't know where my white altar cloth went. I have to find it, but if I can find it, I'll show that to you as well. But there you go. There's another altar. Now, if you are really in a tight spot financially and you're saying, Psychic Bob, I want to be in the Mystics of the Silver Star, but I can't afford to even go buy any of these stars. Well, you know, you can all be very creative and do what I've done here is you can even draw your silver star. Now, this is just from a crayon box. I bet most of you could probably find some crayons, but this is the silver crayon. If in a pinch you could use gray if you don't have silver, but this happens to be a silver crayon. And I have simply sketched the star here in crayon, in silver crayon. Now, as I told you, your star can be an open star. You can use a pentacle or a pentagram. It's hard for me to do the circle on this one, so I just have the star without the circle. But if you like to have the circle around your star, you can do that also. But this is wonderful because I've sketched a wonderful star, and now I'm going to take it out of my art pad here. Okay, so I've taken this out of my art pad, and you can actually either have your star sitting on your altar. If you want, you could frame this, but if you don't have a frame or can't afford it, you can even just tack it up on your wall. Now, see, if we put the star up here, this classifies as a valid Mystics of the Silver Star altar because we now have a silver star, and here's another set of candles. These are some glass votives. As I told you, your candle holders can be glass or crystal. These are actually fine crystal. These are by Orpheus crystal. You know, you don't have to buy Orpheus crystal, but I happen to have those around the house. And see, those meet our requirements also of clear glass. So as I said, your candle holders can be silver or glass, and these are fine glass. They're made to look like ice, like snowballs, which is kind of cool at this time of year. So we've got that on the altar, and then we have also our artistically drawn silver star. So, oops, get the crayon here. So there's another option for an altar. So if you're still wondering about your silver star for your altar, I'll show you a few more of my stars that I have in my collection. As I said, since it's Christmas time, it's a great time to look for tree toppers. This is actually a Christmas tree topper that I just thought was beautiful. I bought this also at the dollar store of all places, but it's a beautiful silver star, and that could be set up on your altar as well. You see? Here's another tree topper. This one's done in kind of a nice glittery, it's kind of a frosty, glittery silver color, a little similar to that one that we first used back there. That was the one I first showed you, but here's another one that's similar but done in silver. If you're really limited on space and you only have a tiny little area, you could even buy an ornament that's star-shaped. This is actually a Christmas tree ornament. And what you can do is you could even hang that on your wall as a way to display the silver star as well. So ornaments are an option. Here's another ornament that I got. This is also done in silver. It's a star. And that could also be mounted on your wall right in front of above your altar and used as your silver star. So what I want to say is, be creative. Don't think, oh, I can't do this, it's too complex, because there are a lot of ways to do it. And I said, if all else fails, you can draw your own star or even paint it on canvas or paper. So don't be limited by thinking that you can only do it one way. Be creative, be inspired, and create a magical altar. Now, one of the other things that many members of the Mystics of the Mystics of the Silver Star, I can't talk today, might want to do, now this is not demanded a requirement, but you may want to also wear a little silver star every day. So I'm going to show you some of my silver stars. Now the pendant I'm wearing today is a tiny little star. Your star can be as big or as small as you want. But this is a little silver star, you'll see, and it's got a cubic zirconia inset in it, so it sparkles in the light. So this is a little star. Again, the star must be 5-pointed star, and be silver. If you're going to wear the star as an official symbol of the mystics of the silver star, it cannot have colored stones in it. It should be clear, like this is clear zirconia, like diamond. It can be a clear like crystals or zirconia or diamonds. Okay, but that's just one. We have a lot of other options, because over here in my little silver box, I have some other jewelry. So these could also be worn as members. It's a symbol of membership in the mystics of the silver star. All right, so this is a lovely one. You can see it's really glittering and sparkling. Isn't that wonderful? I bought that at Hobby Lobby for like $3. So what I'm saying is you don't have to spend a lot of money, but you do want to be creative and find ways that you can wear this symbol. Okay, so hold on, let me just dump these out because it's hard to get them to them here. Here's another silver star. Oh, this one actually shouldn't be. That's got a red stone. As I said, I prefer, if you're going to wear it as a symbol of the order, that it have a white stone or a clear stone. This has a moonstone, which is a whitish stone. This would be acceptable as a symbol of the order. Okay, so there's a pentacle. Okay, as I said, the star can be a pentagram, meaning it doesn't have a circle, or have the circle pentacle. Doesn't matter either way. Here's another star that I read. This is beautiful. Little zirconias inset. This one really sparkles a lot. Isn't that beautiful? Hopefully you can see that, some of it. All right. Here's a beautiful pentacle that's diamond cut, that sparkles. Isn't that lovely? These look goldish tin. It's because the light in this room is like a golden light, but these are usually bright clear silver. Now, for those of you who are nature lovers, or if you're in an environment where you can't openly wear pentacles, you can be creative. For example, this is a sand dollar ornament, but many who practice sea witchcraft know that many of the sea witches wear sand dollars as a sign of the pentagram, because the 5-pointed star is on the sand dollar. So this is a silver sand dollar pendant. You could wear one of those, or even a real sand dollar, because they're white. You could wear that as well. It should be silver, but it could also be white if it, if you can't get silver, something white would work to represent silver. Here's another little tiny 5-pointed star done in zirconia. That's beautiful. Let's see here. Here's another fish. You could wear a starfish as well. This is a little silver starfish. That could be worn as your symbol of the silver star. And that has white zirconias in it, as you can see, it sparkles. And then, of course, we have the classical, traditional Wiccan pentacle here, another one of those, with a moonstone inset. So, be creative with yourself. Here's some more pentacles. There's a little smaller one, silver pentacle. Here's another starfish that I have. I'm crazy about jewelry, so I collect jewelry. But this would also be another option, that starfish pendant there. Okay. So, you want to have fun with your jewelry, but for the members of the order who want to do that, you can do that as well. Okay. Well, Tubies, I hope this has given you something to think about today and has inspired you somewhat. If you are interested in joining the Mystics of the Silver Star, in the coming week, I will have the membership certificates available on my website that you can download and print and put in your altar area. And I'm going to have more about the actual daily ritual. We're still putting that together, but part of the work of the order will be to work with the magic. It's going to be a magical ritual, very short, but you do it each day to send the power of the silver star to those who need help and who have requested help, and for the protection of the order. So we'll have more about that, the mystical work, as we go along. I'll release that ritual to you. But for right now, I just want to bring this to you and ask you guys, are any of you interested in being part of the Mystics of the Silver Star? Does this sound like something you might be drawn to work with the energy of the silver star? If so, tell me in the box below. Say, yeah, Bob, I'm interested. I'd like to hear from you guys. Well, as I said, we'll have more about this in the coming days, but I really appreciate all of you being here. Thank you for your interest and support. And for those of you who want to be involved with this, we'll have more in the coming days. So just keep it here, and we'll have more for you. We're going to have about the daily ritual, and then more about altar stuff. And anyways, we'll have more for you. But I wanted to introduce you to this concept today that we're starting a new practice within the Order of the Purple Cord, which are within the order, it's going to be the Mystics of the Silver Star. And part of the work of the Order of the Purple Cord is not only to help people have a place, a Wiccan community for those of you who are solitary, but it's also to help promote devotion to the magical Order of the Purple Cord. And we're going to now encourage and promote devotion to the mystical Silver Star. So we'll have, as I said, more on this. Listen, if you've enjoyed this day, help me out. Like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, and hit subscribe. And if you're interested, don't forget to visit my website, PsychicBob.com. Link will be below, where you can read more about the Order of the Purple Cord. And as I said, next week we'll have also on there about the Mystics of the Silver Star. So keep it here. We'll have more. I love you guys. And until tomorrow, may all of you always blessed be. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Whoa, whoa, wa-da-da-da-doo. Whoa, whoa, ra-da-da-da-doo.